Hello friends, welcome back to another session of servlets. In today's class, I'm going to show how to handle HTTP requests and responses. The purpose of this HTTP servlet class is to develop servlets and to receive and process HTTP requests. The HTTP servlet class provides specialized methods that handle the various types of HTTP requests. The servlet developer, whoever it is, typically overrides one of these methods. So let us see what is the class signature. So the class signature is public abstract class HTTP servlet. So this is the name of the class, extends generic servlet. Generic servlet is in the package java x.servlet and HTTP servlet is in the package java x.servlet.http. So let me show you what are all the methods that are there in this particular HTTP servlet. So these are all the methods that are there in HTTP servlet class. The first one is the doDelete method, and the second one is doGet method. Third one is doHead method, doOptions method, doPost method, doPut method, doTrace method. And this is a method which is get last modified will return long, which will return the time, returns the time, and then the service method. And there are two service methods over here. One is taken from the generic servlet and the other one is the HTTP servlet service. Okay, so these are all the methods that are available in HTTP servlet, which will be taking servlet request and servlet response. The first one will be taking HTTP servlet request and HTTP servlet response. So among all these methods from the HTTP servlet, the doPost and the doGet methods are quite common. So we'll be using the doGet method and a doPost method. So let us see what is the method signature. So doGet will be taking two parameters, which is HTTP servlet request object and HTTP servlet response, and this throws so this method will throw, okay, throws IO exception and servlet exception. In the same way, so the do post method, okay, so the do post method also will throw IO exception and servlet exception. So let us get started with handling HTTP GET request. To do that, I am going to create two files. The first one is the HTML file and the second one is the servlet file, which is a .java file. So this is my .html file. Let me name this. So let me save this on the desktop and let me save this as color.html. Okay, so the user will be picking a color and the servlet will tell which color the user have picked. So that's the problem description. So let me create that. So which is HTML and HTML. Okay, so then straight away I'll be going into the body. Okay, so body of the HTML document, and inside this let me give center. Okay, so then I am using a form element. Okay, so then form, name your form element. So I'm giving a name to the form element, and then I'm not using any method over here because as I said, there are two methods. The first one is the get method and the second one is the post method. If I'm not mentioning any method over here, by default it is the get method. So that's why I'm not mentioning any method over here. So action is equal to, so I'm specifying an URL and the URL is to the servlet. So I'm saying color servlet. So I'm naming it as color servlet. Okay, so this is my form, and then after that I'm taking some bold one and I'll say color. Okay, so after this I'll be taking some select tag. Okay, select, and let me give a name to this particular select. Okay, so the name for this select is color. Okay, so let me close the select tag. Okay, and inside this select tag I'll be giving the color options. So first one is option and then value is equal to, so the value is red, and then this is what the option the user will be able to see. So I said option. Okay, so let me take two more colors. Okay, and then the second option I'll make it as yellow. Okay, and here let the user see yellow. Okay, what the user sees, I'm keeping it as bold, and the value I'm keeping it as in lowercase. Okay, so this is in blue. Okay, so I have taken three options, and then after that, so I need to close my form tag. So I need a submit button. Okay, so I'm creating a submit button. So I'm saying input, then um, so let me say type is equal to. So what's the type? Type is equal to submit, and then value is equal to. So I want submit to be in capital letter on top of it. So I'm giving submit. Okay, so this is a very simple HTML document. So let me save this, and which is there on the desktop. So this is what I have created. So let me actually launch this and show you how it looks. Okay, so it looks something like this. So as the user selects one color from the options, so say I have picked yellow and clicked on submit. So since I didn't write any servlet, so I didn't get any servlet output over here. But it should be telling that the user has picked a yellow color. Okay, right. So my HTML document is ready. Now I need to write my servlet. So again, I'm picking my notepad. So now let me start writing the servlet. So to do that, I need the package, which is IO package. So I'm saying import java.io.star. So my first package, and the second package is I need to import the servlet package, because HTTP servlet extends generic servlet. And then I also need the package which is java.servlet dot http dot star. Okay, so because http servlet is there in the java x. Okay, so all these are java x. Okay, so this is also is java x dot servlet dot http. Okay, now let me give the name to my servlet. So I'm saying public class. What is the name? I already have given the name, right? In the HTML document I mentioned that it is color servlet. Okay, so which should extend http servlet. Okay, so HTTP servlet. So this is my class. So I'm only having the main method inside the servlet. So I just need to override the method which is doGet method. So let me do that. So I'm saying public void doGet. Okay, so this is the method, and this method will be taking two parameters. The first one is http servlet request req, comma, and then which is http servlet response. So let me copy this. Okay, paste, and this is the response on the, this is res. Okay, so and this method is capable of throwing, okay, IO exception, and also it is capable of throwing servlet exception. So the method is not responsible of handling it. Whatever method is calling this method, so that class need to be careful, because this method is capable of throwing these exceptions, right? So inside this get method, so I'll be taking the parameters. So then I'll be saying string c is equal to, so I'll be getting the color. Okay, by saying request dot get parameter. So get parameter is a method which will take the name of the form element as an argument and return the value of it. So say for example, I have selected blue. In the value of the option, I have given blue, right? So the value will be retrieved as blue over here. So the string, so the value is now in the string C. Okay, so this is the string reference or string reference variable C, and inside C we have the value of the um, form element, which is color. Okay, right. Now so let me actually uh, take the print writer. So we are saying print writer pw is equal to so res dot get writer. Okay, right. So we got the print writer, and now let me actually say response dot set content type. Okay, set content type. So we are saying the response will be either text or it will be HTML. So we can use the set content type method to tell that. So the response will be either in text or it can be in a HTML format. So that's what we have set over here. And then after that, so we are printing whatever we got. So pw.println. So in this, I'm saying I'm taking a tag which is the tag, and I said the selected color um, is okay, and then I'm saying plus. So what is the color? So the color is in C, right? So let me put C here, put a semicolon, and finally close the writing. Okay, fine. So this is how I write my servlet. So let me save the servlet again on the desktop. So I'm saving it on the desktop as color servlet. Okay, color servlet dot java. Okay, so I have saved it on the desktop. Now let me open the command prompt. So I have opened the command prompt, go to the desktop, okay, and then compile our Java servlet. Okay, so let us compile our servlet. So which is Java C and then followed by the file name. So I have, there are some okay syntax errors. Let us fix them. Okay, so here I gave double quotes 2 times, so that's why it is showing me an error. Okay, so let me actually recompile it. Okay, so now the dot class file is created. So once the dot class file is created, so you can see this is the dot class file and this is the Java file and this is the HTML file. So let me create one more file, which is my web XML web.xml, which is called as the deployment descriptor file. Okay. So for that, let me actually copy the predefined tags into this particular web.xml, and then I'll make the changes to the servlet name. So this is my basic template of web.xml. So in here, inside the servlet, I have servlet name. So let me give the servlet name, which is color. Make sure that the spelling is correct. Okay, so servlet color servlet is the name of the file as well as the name of the bytecode. So the class name is also color servlet, and also again I need to give the name of the servlet over here, and then the URL also in the HTML document I gave it as /color servlet. Okay. So after the servlet mapping, we need to add the welcome file. So it is welcome file list. Okay. Okay, and within this, I'll be giving the welcome file. Okay, so what is the welcome file? The welcome file is color.html. Okay, close the welcome file. I'm giving one more tag, welcome file, wherein I'll be saying color.htm. Okay, and file. Please save this again on the desktop as web.xml. Okay, so I have saved it as web.xml. So let me save this. Now all our files are ready. Okay, so let me create a folder. So I'm creating a folder and I'm naming this folder as color. Okay, so or else you can say color app. Okay, right. So inside this color app, I need to create one more folder. So this folder is web.inf. Okay, so I created one folder, and inside this web.inf, I need to create one more folder, and the name of this folder is classes. Okay, right. So now let us transfer all the files into it. Okay, so I need this servlet, put inside this web, put inside this HTML document, put inside this folder, servlet, put inside this folder. Now we'll again sort it out. Okay, so I need to put these colors into this web.inf. So just put it there. Even this XML will go into web.inf. Only the HTML document will be outside this. inside this web.inf, this colors.java, and then the class file will go into the classes. So now this is the order directory structure. So it is color app. So this is the color app. So inside this you have .html file and web.inf. Inside web.inf you have web.xml, deployment descriptor, and then your classes. Inside your classes you have .java file and then the .class file. So now that it is ready, okay, so cut this, okay, and go to the Tomcat. So this PC, C drive, program files, go to Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 8.5, and then apps, and then place it here. So the color app is here. Okay. So once your color app is in the web apps, okay, now go back to the bin folder of your Tomcat. So you can see the batch file over here, which is startup. Okay, so which is batch file. Okay, so just click on this batch file and your Tomcat will start. Okay, so once your Tomcat started, so let us go to the browser and type in localhost, okay, colon 4040. Now that your Tomcat is working fine, give the folder. So the folder is color app and slash, what is the name of the file? So the name of the file is color.html. Okay, so click on enter. Okay, so this is what we created, right? So let me select a color. So say for example, I have selected blue. Okay, after selecting blue, as soon as I click on the submit button, I want all of you to observe this place. Okay, so observe here. Okay, so in here after this color.html, just observe what will be the addition to this particular URL. So as I click on the submit, so as soon as you hit on the submit, what happens is the servlet will be invoked and the servlet will execute. So I'm clicking on the submit and there will be some changes over here. So as I click on submit, so you can see after this color servlet, there is a question mark and you can see that color is equal to blue. You can see that I got color is equal to blue. Whatever you have typed appeared here. Okay, so that is the drawback with your get method. It's not a drawback. The functionality of the get method is that. Okay, so for example, say if it is your password field, the password that you type will appear in the URL like this. So get method is not secure when you are sending sensitive data across the net. Okay, so this is what we have written in the servlet, right? The selected color is blue. Okay, but since I have used doGet method, so this is what will happen. Okay, so the parameters will be attached to the URL and they will be sent to the servlet. Okay, so I hope everybody understood what is the doGet method. Now I'll change the servlet program to doPost method and I'll show you the difference now. Okay, right. So this is my folder, right? So which is my color app folder. So inside this classes, so I do have this dot class file. So I'll just delete this dot class file and I'll make changes to this particular Java file. Okay, so let me open in the notepad. So open with notepad. So now I have opened it with notepad. So in place of get, what I'll do is I will make it as post. So what did I do? I just made changes over here in the servlet class by taking off get and I have put the post method. So save this, recompile this once again. Okay, so let me go back to the folder. Okay, and we need to recompile it once again and create a dot class file. So I have compiled the .java file and I have created the dot class file and I put in the classes folder of web. Not only that, I need to make another change. So I need to make change inside your HTML file. So this is the HTML file. So let me open it with the notepad again. Okay, so this is the HTML. So as I said, by default, if I'm not mentioning any method attribute here, by default, it is a get option. Okay, so since I want the post method, I have to use the method attribute again. And in here, I need to mention that I want it to communicate as a post, not like the get option. I want it to send the data as a post option. Okay, so I just need to mention the post over here, save it again. Okay, so these are the two things that I need to do. Okay, we'll try to run this once again, deploying it in the Tomcat. Okay, so this is our Tomcat. So what's the name of the folder? Which is color app / color.html. So as I hit enter, so this is what we. So now I'm selecting yellow. Okay, and as I hit on the submit button, just observe what will happen in the URL. So for the post method, so as I click on the submit, you cannot see anything about the parameters inside this particular URL because post method puts all the parameters inside the body of the request object. So that's the reason why you will not be able to see all the parameter and the values inside the URL. So you'll be using post method when you require security. When you are sending sensitive data across the net, you'll be using the post method rather than the get method. So whatever you mention in the HTML document, the concerned method should be available in your servlet. Say for example, in your HTML, you are using the get method and inside your servlet you have used post method. So then your servlet will not be reached. It will throw an exception. So if you are using post, then doPost method need to be available in your servlet. If you are using get, then doGet method need to be available in your. Okay. So if you are using both do method and doGet method, doPost and doGet method inside your servlet, so whatever you mention in your HTML, the concerned method will be called and it will be executed. So that's it, friends. This is all about HTTP. Requests and responses. I hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you.